morning, people. What's going on? It's time for the easy stream. Oh, a little too close. There we go. The Sunday morning Fishroom Hangout stream, where we hang out in this fish room and we get all weird. Well, you can't see what I'm doing with my hands, but I'm doing things with my hands. But we're in this fish room, all right? Good morning, people. How we doing? Let's say hi. It's been a while. We'll talk about last week. Bionic Bigfoot, thanks for not being here today. And good morning.
Mel Wall said Jim Jason loved the hat.
Oh, what the hoodah? Oh, yeah, we got to talk about... All right. There will be no more Rachel. There will be no more Giovanni either, apparently. I went to go reset it, and somewhere in the last 2 weeks, the voice AI that I use, they changed their thing. And they made a whole bunch of their voices legacy now, which for some reason I can't access, or I don't know how to access, so... Well, I guess we'll figure it out. Anyway, what's going on, people? Good morning. So, we got, I don't remember who that guy was. Got that voice today. I'm playing around with it. Alright, where am I? I lost everybody. Oh my god, I closed my chat too. Start all over. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Welcome to the Easy
Danikin Aquatics said, what the hell, LR, morning, Jason.
What's going on, man? I was playing around this morning. Victor C, what's up, dude? Good morning. Mel Wall, you made it. Thanks for being here. And I saw your thing on your
Mel
on the
Wall
Discord.
said
I'll
we
show
go
you
through
that.
chat readers like crazy lol.
Yeah, we do. Peplin, what's going on, man? I did say Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo. Good morning. Good morning. Go with the flow. What's up, man? Good morning. Southwest Florida
CWFL
Aquatics.
Aquatics said, I just dropped container of baby brine shrimp.
Nice. You dropped it? Like, ugh. Like full of like, oh, that's a mess. Oh, you better clean it up because it's going to stink too. Shady Grady, good morning. What's up, man? I say hi, good morning. Go with the flow. What's up, man? Where am I at here? Dennis Christensen, hello, hello. Good morning, morning. Freetown Aquatics, good morning. Window Liquor number 5. What up, dude? Good morning. Catfish Cave, good morning, sir. Thanks for being here. All right, what we got here? Scrolling. Everybody, good morning. Atkins is here. Select Pets here. Good morning, good morning. Alishon's here. We don't want to see what we're doing with hands. Danikin's here. Good morning, sir. Nobody wants to know. Right. Cool. We got a lot going on today. Skull Aquatics is here. Good morning, sir.
That's lovely, that is.
Thank you. Hagen Hill Design. Good morning. John McKenzie. What up, weirdo? Right. Got everybody here today. Rolling in. All right. Let's see what we got. Well, same old. Right. Let me move some cameras. Turn on a light. Oh, I forgot my clicker. I need my clicker, man. We can get rid of this now. That was just for fun, right? There's the room. But we want to go to here. Check out this mess. All right, what happened last week? Oh, a whole lot happened last week. Basically,
Master
what it came down
Aquatics
to
just
is...
called me. Eduardo said you had Rachel fired. You shrimp food.
Maybe. Yeah, sorry guys. Last week, there's just too much came up. The house was like a disaster because it's still under construction. I was like, I could barely walk. Let's put it that way. I was, I did a little too much work. So I was hobbling around, and you know what? Sometimes you just need a day off. Damn it. So I apologize. I don't do that very often. I think that's the 3rd time I've ever canceled a stream. So.
Window leaker #5 said the bells and whistles are working.
Excuse me. Yup. Good. Thanks, man. Cool. All right. Let's get into this. Still the same. I have not done. It's been 2 weeks. I didn't touch water changes last week. So we're gonna see what this looks like after 2 weeks of neglect. Okay. That error, whatever the, we're not even looking at the right thing. What the hell? Let's go here. Is that better? Is this better?
Master Aquatics, just call me Eduardo, said it is understandable. Jason, we all needed a break from you too.
That's fair. Good enough. Well, anyway, the power head's choked up and not working. Pupper's over here checking up on us. What a pup.
That's lovely, that is.
Pupper. You're go Pupper. Your daddy's go Pupper. I don't know. You're go Pupper. You're alright. To stay with me. He's an injured pupper. Alright. Yes, the dreaded Blackbeard. I already have.
Mel Wool said, Jason, I got 6 baby yellow convicts of the ACA Cares species.
I did see that. Hold on, let me get past you. Blocking the road. We could, you had posted a little video of him on the Discord. And pop that up. Don't need his replay by itself. Let's check it out. This is what Mel Wool got at the ACA. They were yellow convicts, is what I think you said. Baby dudes. Very cool. Dig it, like that tank. Neat. That's cool.
Window Liquor #5 said, does it feel weird if I say I missed you? I don't care. I missed you.
Aw, thanks, man. I missed you guys too. I'm sorry, but you know, there's still so much to go on, man. I didn't even have lights. I had to get lights set up, all good stuff. I was gonna. I don't think I have. Should put that Discord link. You know, we post stuff, fish stuff, chat, Hangout. Here. There's the link. Copy. Paste. I think that link works. If anybody likes Discord, uses Discord, wants to check out the Depths Unknown Discord, there you go. It's in chat. Anyway. I took
Master
the liberty.
Aquatics, just call me Eduardo, said, hey, Jason, I was convicted on traveling to the UK and betrayed you with Marie, so kiss my grits. Melwall said, Jason, that's
Okay.
my fry grow out / quarantine tank.
Nice. Nice. That sounds like he's struggling to speak. All right. Anyway. That was, that was cool. It's definitely cool. All right. Let me move this camera over here. I took the liberty this morning of actually getting the water into the vials before the stream. A little proactive today. Which one goes? This one takes the longest, I think. Right? Positive. I mean, traits. Oops. Start. Getting my fingerprints off this thing. Big water spout in there. Calibrate. Traits. I forgot about that 3D print, the funnel. I need to make a funnel. That would make my life so much easier. Could 3D print a little funnel for these things. Would be perfect.
Window Liquor #5 said, the green rock tank is looking good.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it is actually looking pretty good. And on the agenda today is since last week was a week. Can't speak. Last week was the week I was supposed to do the mops. I never did. Change mops. We got a FERT. And by FERT, we just use potassium. That's it, nothing else. According to the testing I've been doing, we have plenty of nitrogen and plenty of phosphorus. The only thing I can think that we need would be potassium. Shake. Shake. Shake, Sonora. Shake your body line. Work, 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 Sonora. Work it all the time.
Aquarium Fantasy said, "Good morning, everyone."
Good morning. What's going on? All right. Fingerprints off of that. Let's put that in. Lid. I don't know why the lid does not like to close sometimes. What's up with this?
Mel
Maybe not
Wool
close.
said, "Shake and bake."
This lid's not on tight enough. There we go. Tighten it down. Whatever reason, it won't. It's so weird.
Gabriel's Glass Boxes said, "Jello, Jason, and everyone."
Good morning. Okay, this won't stay shut.
Master Aquatics, "Just call me
Let's stay.
Eduardo,"
This
said, "with
little?
the AI being British, we need to get some biscuits and tea."
Biscuits and tea. This jar is like a little bigger than the other one. I don't think it's going to matter much, but
Peplin Creek Aquatics said, "Jason
I
missed
remember
you at
that.
the auction. Hope you make the next
oh
one."
yeah, dude, that was the day I was doing all that work. Holy Nikes. That's why I missed the auction. It was my kid was with me. We were freaking working on this living room, dining room ceilings, painting, sanding, touching up. Ugh. Ugh. It was a mess. Still a mess. Ugh, I don't want to talk about it. Alright, here we go. This reminds me of the crap I gotta do. That's what I gotta do after the stream today is sand. Probably do. Oh, I should be getting close to being done with that room. Gotta sand and put the lights back on.
Master Aquatics, "Just call me Eduardo," said, "What auction, Peplin? Did I miss it too?"
It was Skipper's auction. The Aquarist auction. You know? Yeah, I know. I know there was a bunch of people there. I didn't. Yeah. Sorry, man. Life went. Got a lot going on around here in these days, and I really gotta get up on it because it's gonna be a process. A lot. So, standing on a ladder for 8 hours is really I'm gonna try not to do that again. Ugh, my back. Oh, it's horrible. An old man. Old man manifesto. All right. Shake, shake, shake. Boom. Enough. Whatever it is, it's that vial. I think the vial might be too big for the container. I did get some that were aftermarket.
Window Liquor
I broke some.
#5 said, "What's with all the work? Are you thinking of selling the place? Or just updates?"
Updates, just things that have been,
Master Aquatics,
whatever.
"Just
Eventually,
call
I'm
me
gonna
Eduardo,"
sell.
said, "Skipper is going to be very angry with me, so he can kiss my grits too while he is at it."
Uh-oh. Getting a little sassy there.
Select Pit said, "Daniken, we missed you at the ACA. They said this year was your turn to win the 50-50 and you're not here. So they gave it to Biggs.
Uh-oh. I forgot the ACA. I've been slacking. Keystone Clash is coming up though, so hopefully people make it to that. Be cool. I know. What is it? Victor. Victor's the one who always asks me about. Is it Victor? Pretty sure it was Victor. He always asks me.
Pepland Creek
Countdown.
Aquatics said Jason is tricking
always
out
forget.
his house with all his YouTube money.
Oh yeah, I wish. I wish.
Bionic Bigfoot said, I wish I was as young as you.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about age. Can't go back. All right, well, while those timers are ticking down, I guess we can start doing water changes, right? 55. So let me get that started. Boom, boom. Should really get a better, what do you call it, coupler? Quick connect.
Master Aquatics, just call me Eduardo, said Jason. You did miss the Fishmas in July, where week 4
everything.
took in over 120 gifted memberships.
Nice.
A record.
That is awesome. Yeah,
Wall said
missed
you
a lot
missed
of
the ACA Jason. How could you?
You know, I'm a horrible person. That's how. All right, you know what? We're gonna try and get some of this blackbeard out of here. Gotta turn off the. Oh, you guys are still looking at that. Gotta hit the button. What is going on here? Am I not hitting buttons? Well, we only got 20 seconds left. 15. So we'll deal with that first. I'll just let that chooch. Alright. Let's go over to the computer. See what that number has to say. This is phosphates. 0.51. Today is Alexa stop. 28th, is that correct? Yes. The other one's got a minute. So we'll do that in a sec. Do here. Geos. Look at them. We got 55 seconds. The other one's done. Trying to think. I know by the time I go over there and do anything, it's going to be like time for me to come back here anyway, so I'm just going to sit tight. And we're just going to look at the screen for a minute and watch my fire mouse.
Bionic Bigfoot said she's over 200 members. So nice of you all.
That's awesome. Are we on purpose?
Dick Signs, Dixon Designs, said good morning, Jason and crew.
Our life's achievements.
Window Liquor #5 said,
No, cool.
Did you do water changes last week?
No, I did not. That's what I skipped everything. So it's going to be interesting to see, like, I mean, last week we tested before and after. Well, whatever, the last week I streamed. 2 weeks ago I tested the water before. We did the water change, and then we tested it after the water change. And there was a significant drop. Ooh, hang on. 59.4. That's a little high, which is to be expected. Okay, I got those numbers. Let's take a look at the data. Done. Oh, let's make this look better. It's hard to see like that. Try and get some useful stuff here. Here we go. Boom.
Bionic Bigfoot said test water what?
Test water what? Test water what? Test water what? Alright, so obviously the nitrates spiked Very interesting. Phosphates a little bit, but they were still down from 2 weeks ago. That was a pretty big high that spiked up. I have been feeding. I did get my shipment of Evo Aquarist, so I've been mainly feeding this tank Evo. That's it. Yeah. Supposed to fertilize today, so after we're done with this water change, that's where we're at with us. Some interesting numbers. It's interesting to see how the long-term data, man, I gotta learn how to speak. Long-term data is coming out here. This looks like some suck it. I'm phosphate, suck it. All right. Back to let's deal with this. Getting here should not be leaving. Nope. Keith from KJE sent me something too that he wanted me to see and test out, and this is actually probably might be the perfect time to talk about this. Got this stuff called Monster 360, biological conditioner, removes sludge and organic debris. I don't know what the hell this means. Sludge eliminating bacteria, rapidly digests waste. Add 1 cap for 25 gallons, so we caps. That's the initial dose. The maintenance dose is 1 cap for 2 weeks. Yeah, he wanted me to try to see how it works out, so maybe we will. Let me get in here and see if I can get some of this stuff roaming off the bottom. It's like stuck in these plants. Yeah. Try and free up. That's like the worst part, is it just gets stuck. Like everywhere. It's Blackbeard. Good. Good for nobody. Stir everything. Yeah, so let's try that then. I'm gonna do the water change first. Let me clean off the intake here because it's getting choked up. Gunk. Mostly Blackbeard. What did I do with that little bin? My Blackbeard bin. Ooh. Ooh, man. Where is that thing? Did I just have it? Oh yeah, it's right here. Dirt. Literally at my knees. Let's get it off the back here. I also got some sponge filters from Keith. So put them in those Patty's tanks. They just have, most of those only have air stones in them. One of them has like a small sponge, small filter. So the other thing I should do is probably clean the glass because it's starting to get a little loud. I want to start picking algae everywhere. Never-ending process for me. Keep that like that. Try and clean up the other end real quick because I'm pretty sure it's getting clogged. Okay, let's do this. All right. Should be fixed. Now, let me get out the old mag float. Let's clean some glass. Whoa. Go up and down. Uh-oh.
Thank you, Vibes Aquatics, for the $1.99 USD super sticker. You rock!
Right on. Yeah, I had to change those voices too. But yeah, thank you. That's awesome. Appreciate it. She got a little excited there too. I like it. I don't even remember these voices, what they're called, but... Oh, speaking of which, I think maybe when you do, if anybody here is a member and has a membership milestone, you could probably maybe check that out. But I think you can leave a message now there.
Peplin Creek Aquatics on the membership milestone.
There we go.
Peplin Creek Aquatics has been an extraordinary aquarist for 10 months.
Nice.
Peplin Creek Aquatics says % raw input, %.
Oh, that did not work. I have to fix that. I have no idea what happened at the end there. But are you able to leave a message now in that membership milestone? Yay, nay?
Peplin Creek Aquatics said no MSG.
No message. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Not sure. I thought I had that turned on. Oh well. I have to fix that raw input % thing. Ooh. Definitely heard some sand scratching glass there. Still hear it. Sand Scratcher 9000, or the Glass Scratcher 9000. That's what this thing should be called. But yeah, all right. I'm gonna go pretty deep on this water change, I think, just because we already kind of skimped a week. Got these dead leaves. All right. Let's let that chooch. See if I can fix this % input % thing.
Winter Liquor #5 said, "Has you had inverts this week?"
Yes, I am going to. Excuse me. Off of my lung. Settings. Speaking options. No. Milestones. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Should work. Save. Cool. All right, that should be fixed, so it shouldn't sound janky. Now, the question was about ferts. What are we watching stream? You almost overfilled the tank. Yes, I am adding ferts this week. That's the plan. Potassium sulfate. We have plenty of phosphates. We have plenty of nitrates. I think that's good. I think the only thing in there that traditionally I seem to lack is potassium, and it seems like every time I do add potassium, the plants really do start looking a lot better.
Vibes Aquatics said, "Let's get the thumbs popping, y'all."
Yeah, get them thumbs popping, y'all. Ears sticking out of the water. Not good. Can't go too crazy with the water change. I'm trying to get all this algae off of this power head. This is why this
Mel
gets
Wall
so
said,
choked up.
like or else.
My or else. Am I missing stuff here? Mel Wall. Hang on, my chat does not seem to be working. Last thing I have is we missed you at the ACA, Danny. That's accurate. Oh shit! That was my phone. Cool. Oh, hopefully it did not break. Nope, we're good. Like or else. There you go. That's what you said. Gotcha. All right. This is exactly how. What am I doing? I'm just trying to get you to stand. Side there. There you go. Oh, Dixon the signs. Dick signs. What's up? Good morning.
Vibes Aquatics said, is BBA beneficial for human consumption, or is this just way off the rocker? I'm just thinking out loud.
Well, I'll send you some. You can test.
Window Liquor
let me know how it tastes.
#5 said, did the power head clean a spot off the back wall, or did it fall off again?
No, it did not fall off again. It did stop working. It got choked up. So, I don't know if it cleaned up a spot at all. Let's I guess when we go and fill it back up, we'll find out. Just kind of leaning pretty hard here. Jesus. We'll see. Yeah, we're pretty low. I don't usually go below this thing, so I think we're good on the water here. All right. Wait. Take care of this. So much blackberry. That's probably good enough.
Mel Wall said, yes, son, are you proud I'm awake?
So, I am proud. And thanks for being awake. Now, if only I was. It's a deep water change. It's like what? 60%-ish. I am proud of you, Mel. It's not easy.
Vibes Aquatics said, me getting a homemade cinnamon almond roll and a bowl of golden graham cereal for breakfast. Does anybody want me to grab something while I'm in the kitchen?
Speaking of grabbing something from the kitchen, where's my coffee? There it is. There it is. All right.
Gabriel's glass boxes said, wake up, Jason.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm gonna start jacking some water in here. Let's get the old fill tube. The old fill tube. Oh. The old fill tube. Now while that's doing that, I'm going to throw in some potassium. One.
That's lovely.
Uh-huh. Two. 3. 4. Cool. I'm going to mark it on my page that I have fertilized this tank. Check it next week. See what it looks like.
Fish and Things with Lando said, hey, y'all.
Oh, what's up, Lando? Where you been, man?
Dixon Designs, said, at least when I am on this phone, I can take you to the kitchen with me, LOL.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good thing, right?
Kalish said, good morning, Jason. Hello,
Good
wonderful
morning,
peoples. I
Kalish.
missed you last week.
Oh no, sorry. Yep, but thanks for being here, and we're here this week, so let's let's focus on the positive. All right, so this is where we're at. It's been 2 weeks since I did the water change, so nitrates were a little high. Phosphates, they got high too, but honestly, they've been a lot higher. So keep an eye on these. I wonder. I mean, we got to do some testing. We got to do some testing. Like if I fed nothing but live food, those phosphates would probably plummet, right? That makes you think. I wonder. Or, I mean, I'm feeding live foods, right? Live foods got the stuff I'm feeding live foods got phosphates in it, so they might
Vibes
not actually
Aquatics,
plummet.
said GM Kenny E.
Good morning, Kenny E. Yep. Just watching my goldfish over here. What the hell is I doing? Excited to be
Fish and
alive.
Things with Lando said, can't stay for long. Got church today.
All right. Well, no worries. Appreciate you stopping in. All right, we gotta test this too. This is the Monster 360 biological conditioner. It's supposed to be good for breaking down organics. Basically stuff that I guess I would feed the algae. I don't know. Initial dose is 1. Yeah, so I need 2 caps. An initial dose. I mean, we could try it, right? What's the worst that can happen? Is we're just adding junk into the tank.
Melwall said, this is my church.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. All right, where is my pokey? We're gonna try this. We're gonna see. Or maybe we should just use in a tank that we're not doing any of this stuff with. Nah, I don't think it matters. Never come off. Pain in the ass. All right, so 2 caps. 1, 2. Maybe we should denote that we did that too. Then we gotta do it again in 2 weeks. So, well, I guess we'll just keep it on with the fertilizers. Put a asterisk or something. Don't overfill this tank. I'll be right back. Look at that chart. What was it? I did not. We're gonna put a little M360.
Jason baptizes us all in BBA.
Can I? No shit.
Thank you, Kalish, very much for the 5 gifted memberships.
Kalish. Thank you. All right. Long way, man. All right, let's back this up. Let's try getting this up online. There we go. It was aiming. There might be a little bit of a hole here where it was hitting. You see that? Okay. That's that. Take off my hand. Let's shut this off. It's about full. DBA tornado happening right now. Good enough. Set that down a second. Put that there. There. Oh, yeah, there. I saw this floating around. We gotta fix this. Some Anubius. Just jam it under that log. Hopefully it stays. Alright. Close that. Let's put this up here. Oh.
Gabriel's glass boxes said wake and bake with a Lil Donny burger.
Right on, man. Good morning. Oh. All right. Ow. Ow. That was killing my knee. All right. Let's move this over here for a sec. So this leaf. All right. This is done. Tank 1 done. I gotta turn the filter back. All right, there we go. Chooching.
Window licker #5 said, Jason, what happened to the Sonoma? Is it okay?
What happened to the anemone? Here, we can look at that, actually. That's probably the next thing we need to do. Move. We don't need to fertilize that tank, the saltwater tank. Move this over here. I got to do maintenance on this tank, so we're going to do saltwater stuff now. Good call, man. I'm going to set my phone on top of the fish tank. What could go wrong? Totally not falling or anything, right?
Daniel Velez said, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Daniel. What's up, man? Let me get these sponge filters out of this. Look at this box out here. This room is so crowded right now. I got so much stuff in here. Probably doesn't need to be here. Including a puppy. That's right, puppy. I'm talking about you. Alright, let me move this, move that, move this and move that. Should put this hose away because it's actually in the way right now. The way. Saltwater, everything else stuff out of the way. Okay. Sorry, man. It's just tight space. It's currently a lot tighter because we got everything in the living room and dining room is empty. So all that stuff is moved around. Which puts a whole strain on a lot of other things. Spare bedroom.
Aquarium Fantasy said, Jason, are you live streaming today for 6 hours to make up last week?
Probably not. But I can understand wanting it. All right. Yeah, I think that's good. It's clicky. Let's go here. Then I can move this because you're no longer looking at that. Cool. We can get this out of the way. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, and I just unplugged it. Lame. All right. Hopefully that didn't
Mel
screw
Wall
up.
said, what are we calling this church? The Church of BBA or Easy Church? Or
That's right. Easy church. Whoa. Alright, I think I gotta fix that camera I just unplugged. So give me 1 second. One. Bump. Bump, bump. Deactivate. One. Perfect.
Vinoxky said good morning, everyone.
What's up, Vinoxky? All right, as you can see, we got a lot going on here. Use this camera because it's gonna do this weird autofocus thing all the time. Your video, so we're just gonna turn it off. Leave it there for a sec. Here's my tank.
Mel Wall said, Jasson, 6-hour
Jasson!
stream is your penance.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's see. Is this thing full?
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo said, Jason,
My gross.
Fishy Mon 69 did post what you were really doing last weekend.
Oh, did
You
he?
and your pole dancing money making gig. We have the video. Just saying.
Do you know? That's
Aquarium
interesting.
Fantasy said, everyone hit that like button.
That's
So we
right.
can keep Jason here longer.
It's funny. All right, so protein skimmer's still working. A little bit of gunk in there. Probably is not working as well as it could though. Anyway, I'm gonna take this hat off. Taking the hat off. It's getting serious now. All right, if we're gonna do this, we got to turn off the power head's already off, or the what do you call it? Surface skimmer's already off. I got a clean glass. We should do. Here, let's turn off canister filter first. Are we gonna clean this canister filter today? I don't know about that. We are gonna lock it so it doesn't drip. Canister filters are one of those things, you know. Because the first thing to do, just for curiosity's sake, is I'm gonna see what the salinity is at. Do 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 do. Is that the I Dream of Jeannie theme song? Is that what's playing in my head right now? Do, do, do. Oh my god, this is 028. This is pretty high. Almost 030. 28. It's pretty high. Usually try to keep around 5. Gotta do some water. Lets me get to the old water draining. Set this down there. I will start this. Ooh. Got paint rollers everywhere, spackle knives, spackle trays. You just think it's out of control. It's out of control. Right, pup? You're out of control.
Window Liquor Hash 5 said, I don't see the anemone.
Yeah, hold on. I know where he hides, like, well, where he's been hiding, and I honestly don't think it's gonna survive. But we're gonna see. What did I do with? I put it over here. So I knew I had the python protector thing. Yep, there it is. Just don't want anything swimming up the tube, so we're gonna stick this in. Leave that. I guess
Daniel
kinda
Velez said,
there.
beautiful Sheltie. We had Shelties for over 25 years.
Oh yeah.
Our last passed 5 years ago.
Aw.
Miss them dearly.
Yeah, she's a good pup. She's 10 right now. She's getting up there. She's having problems with her legs. We had another Sheltie too. My wife had a Sheltie before we met. He lived to be about, what, 15, I think it was? But he was like a small little dude. And this Sheltie's a big friggin' giant. Paired. Just gonna clean this glass best I can. I have to test the salinity in the container that I already pre-mixed stuff in, just to make sure where we're at, where we're going. All right, that's about as good as this is gonna get.
Vibes Aquatic said, I can testify. This homemade cinnamon roll is delicious. Hey, did I just say that this is just mouth-watering appetite taker? Go to the second aisle. You get it? I'm just floored.
Nice. Now I'm hungry, man. I want to eat all sorts of things. Bacon and eggs, toast, butter, cinnamon buns. What? Cinnamon rolls, cinnamon buns. Yeah. Around here in PA, we have these things called sticky buns. They're pretty good. Can't complain about that. What was that? It's weird. Who is this?
Mel Wall said cinnamon rolls are
Oh,
so
no.
good they should be illegal.
My hermit crab's dead. This is what remains of him. Good. So sad. This tank is struggling, man. That's sad. My hermit crab died. I wonder why. Maybe the salinity got too salty in here, man. I don't know. I'm sure there's like a range. It's too much, you know. Didn't realize it was getting so salty. All right, let's see if I'm getting that junk off the top there. Probably want to do that with like a net. Oh, yeah. My trusty tray. There it is. My poor hermit crab. It worked. Weird. I don't think that would work, but it did. Oh my god, look at this out. Holy smokes. It was all over the glass. Ugh. Plants. Probably would not be bad to keep that in the tank. I get it off the net, Jesus. See if we can get something glass. Ugh. So we stirred up the whole
Master
tank now.
Aquatics, just call me Eduardo, said first fatality due to your missing a watt change.
Yeah.
What's next? BBA devours the puppy. Geez, Jason.
Let's hope not. That's some serious BBA.
Vibes Aquatic said, Jason, what's that breakfast meat that you all have up north? It's sliced and fried.
Scrapple.
Oh, yeah, this is bringing back good memories. And by the way, when are we going to hang out again?
I mean, you come into Clash, man, I'll be there. I don't really have plans for much else this year. Oh my god, this is so out of control. This is gonna clog the sink. Yeah, I'll be at the Clash this year, man. I don't know if you're going. But we definitely go down to that same breakfast place, dude. It's a good place. Ugh. These algae are so disgusting. Ugh. There's no way that I can put that down the drain. What I should do is try and take the plant out of it. trying to move the algae off the plant, not my done. There we go. Maybe just throw it out. Honestly, it's probably not worth trying to separate algae from this. Ugh. So gnarly. Doing pretty good. Saving the macroalgae. Oh God. Good on that. This water up. Jeez Louise. Definitely gonna take this trash out. That stuff hanging out. Alright, getting pretty low here. Got some coral sticking out of the water. I don't know if that's good or not. About to be sticking out of the water, let's put it that way. Did I just
Vibes Aquatic said, serious question though. Why are cinnamon rolls so good? Vibes, stick to the topic. Any wood in your saltwater aquarium?
Negative. Not that I know of. No, I don't have any wood in here. I don't know what good it would do. Was it right there in the glass? I could have did a better job of cleaning this glass. Alright, good enough. Gut genug. Alright. Definitely got coral sticking out of the water now. It's low tide. Alright. The anemone. Well, I don't know about now, but before he would have like one tentacle like that. He was looking small, looking grim. I don't know. Apparently, what do you call it, died? Hermit crab? This tank is a disaster. Might be time to get nuclear with it. Nuclear. Alright, let's move the salt water up this way. Gotta go under the wire. We gotta go under the wire. So we can just go around this one. There we go. Got a big trash can on wheels. I'm gonna slide you guys to the side here so we can get through. It's up here. Sit for a second. Salt. Salt. Ooh. I just mixed this up this morning, so it's probably still a little cloudy. A good mix.
Vibes Aquatics said saltwater question. Above tank aquaponics setup. Is this even an option? Macro algae mangroves growing?
Here comes the
here
rain
it is.
again. Falling on my head like
Like
a
a
memory.
memory.
Falling on my head like a new emotion.
What up, Fishy? Yeah, I think people kind of do the opposite, actually. Hang on, let me find out what's beeping. This one. Is it? No. What am I doing? That's gotta be this one. Nope, this one. I didn't realize there was more of them. Whoops. Pushing the wrong ones. What's that, man? What's going on here? Why do you keep blinking? Alright, cool. Yeah, it just got a little cool. It's like 74 degrees in there. Ooh, this rolled, didn't it? Test. Salinity. I gotta come around the other side. It's my thingy. Nope, I left it over there.
Whip's World said the glass got scraped on the show of this uncharted, goofy channel with Degenerate, the skipper too, the Kenny he she a he and his wife, the Zen Ginger, the Professor, and Danny V here on.
Depths unknown. 025.
Fishimon64 said, speaking of cloudy, all I got to say is howdy.
Cloudy, howdy. Alright, so if we want it to be
Vibes
025,
Aquatics said, whiplets get tanked.
and it's currently 028, I should probably add distilled water into there, or RO, first. Let's do that. Do that. We can thin this out a little bit.
Winder Liquor Hash 5 said it's going to be a 3-hour tour.
There you go. The algae started getting rough. The tiny fish were lost. Alright, that was 1 gallon. Reverse osmosis. Osmosis. Should whirling here. Pump on. It's floating, honestly. Not doing too good. Just keep getting algae. Macros. Okay. Test the tank, see if they got any better, slightly better. I don't know how mixed that is.
Fisherman64 said, Jason, you're back better today.
Yeah. I'm surviving, man. That was rough last week. Alright, that came down to 027. So maybe another gallon. Another gallon and then we should be good. I brought it down like a point. Well, I guess in that rate, there'd be 2 more gallons, right? Jeez. Luckily, I have some RO jugs sitting here ready to go. Ready to rock and roll. Rock and roll. Hoochie coo. Like, where do people come up with this stuff, man? What you wonder? Gotta thin out that salt. Too salty. All right, where is the coffee?
SCWFL Aquatics said, hoochie cool.
That's right. Now,
Fishimon64 said, Jazran.
Do we want to look at a sad state of the anemone? I mean, I kind of don't want to move them because, like, I don't know. I don't know what to do, honestly. Here, let me smooth this camera. You guys are going to go bobble around here for a second.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, the fish are drifting calmly in their tank between the green reeds, lit by a white glow that passes for the sun.
Whoa.
Blindly, the blank glass that holds them in displays their slow progress from...
Wow, man, you're getting all philosophical on us.
Vibes Aquatic said that cinnamon roll is in my tummy now. I'm feeling good now.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Maybe a nap is in the making.
Crazy for seahorses. The fish are drifting calmly in their tank between the green reeds. White glow that passes through. Right. Like it. Crazy for seahorses. I'd love to get a seahorse. That'd be cool. However, apparently, I got a whole lot of things to take care of first. All right, what are we looking at? Not much. Bunch of stirred up algae. Let me see. First of all, glass that's all smudged. Let's try and clean some of that glass. Doesn't do much. All right, let's see if we can find this anemone. Not looking good. Kind of see him back there. Let me configure this.
Select Pet said, with all the talent in the fish fam, I'm surprised we don't have more channels with catchy theme songs.
Yeah, really. You ain't wrong. Those scratches in that glass, holy cow. Alright, you can kind of see the anemone back there between those two clownfish. That yellow blob that he's always swimming around, yeah, that's what's left of the anemone. He's got like one tentacle hanging out.
Daniel Velez said, do not move the anemone.
Yeah, I wasn't
They will
planning on it.
move to where they are comfortable. Water flow, light are all factors for where they move to.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to, I'm not going to move
Crazy
them.
Four Seahorses said end to end, familiar rocks set into the gravel, murmuring rows of filters, a universe, the flying fox and glass cats, Congo tetras, bristle-nosed Paleocostumers all take for granted. Yet the platies... Fisherman64 said, Jasmine, if you get a seahorse, would that make you a sea cowboy?
Maybe. Yes, it would. Without a doubt, make me a sea cowboy.
Fishstream said, I'm fixing to make coffee, you all perk me up.
Nice. All right, well, I don't want to shoot that hard. Oh, I just took all left out. There we go. Let's let me back this up a hair now. Still probably super zoomed in, but I'll fix that in a sec. Yeah, but he's been laying down there ever since he came out of that whatever. So I'm just letting him be.
Vibes Aquatics sent me off to church. Thanks, Jason, for the
Thanks,
amazing
Vibes.
live stream. You all have a blessed day.
You
Bye,
too, buddy.
home. A-B-N Nishi.
Whatever that was, but thanks for being here, Vibes. Appreciate it. All right, so we're gonna fill this up. So I should plug in the. Well, I guess I'll let it fill up first.
Fisherman64 said, or a sea midnight cowboy.
Midnight Cowboy.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, I once got the name Homer, but now Ian getting sometimes caked a seahorse wrangler.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Crazy Four Seahorses used to be Homer the Clown Trigger, or Clown Trigger? No, what the Homer the Clown I don't remember. Homer the something. You're just saying that's all right. So you changed the channel name. That's cool. Homer the Clown Trigger, right? That's what it was. I think it was. Crazy. All right. I see one of my 333s. The old Fishmon.
Whip's World said church. I'd rather take a nap. What happened to the nap? The nap should not be dismissed so quickly.
No, naps are good. Naps are they're pretty amazing sometimes. Just saying. Do you have enough water going in there yet? No. I'm gonna fill this up, see what happens.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo said, and you say I speak too much at Jason, and now that your AI is British, we are all to just have tea and biscuits.
Crumpets.
Vibes Aquatics said,
Scones.
nap after church.
What's going on here? The nap is after church. Okay, I see. Oh, that makes sense. Or during.
Select Pet said, Whip, I met your Temu twin this weekend. Tall guy with longer hair from Chicago area and into big cichlids.
Nice.
Crazy for Seahorses said I sold Homer, so name change. But Homer is a bad boy at his new home, but I am willing to take him back.
That's it. Bring him back. That's cool. I gotta fix that surface skimmer. Trying to get enough water into the tank first. I have enough water. Light. Ooh. Be alright, I'm pretty sure.
Whip's World said, maybe it was me at Select Pair.
You there? Hilarious. He's like, hey, that guy looks like Whip. It must be his twin. It was really him? Now that's hilarious. I think we're,
Window Liquor, #5 said naps again afterwards. Or maybe a sandwich.
let's take this out and then unplug it so we don't fit in it. Get back siphoning going. Put this away.
Crazy for Seahorses said, does someone want to rent a clown trigger?
It's alright, clown trigger. It is the word, right? Rent him out till he kills everything in your tank or whatever. Becomes a bad boy and you take him back. Punishment. Ooh. Oh man. Alright. Let me fix this first. That's like barely hanging on. Nope, that is not hanging on. Come up a hair. Now we're protein skimming. Or surface skimming. Okay, that's on. So close the lid. We are a little low. See, yeah, well, let's get the. Canister. I believe we should be. Yep. Cool. So let that circle around for a minute or two. What I should do is take this.
Window Liquor #5 said, how's the flow on the filter? How you still running the skimmer?
Yeah, I am still running the skimmer. Just I usually shut it off, unplug it when I feed them, and then I forget to plug it back in, so it's like it's only on like 12 hours
Select
a day.
Pet said, Whip, this guy does something with electric for a living. You do something else, right?
Oh, I thought wrong about this. I thought Whip was a lineman, but he's not a lineman, right?
Whip's World said, I hate that I have misspelled but so many times. Spell checker just automatically changes it to buy every time now, and I never proofroom to catch it.
Proof-room to catch it. Sounds perfect.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, I don't drink coffee. I take tea, my dear. I like my toast done on one side, and you can hear it in my accent when I talk. I'm an Englishman in New York. See,
Yeah, I knew this
me
song.
walking down Fifth Avenue, walking.
I'm an Englishman in New York. Whoa. Oh, look at that. I could see the vermitid snails putting out that little snot thing that they do. Dude. Interesting. It's like a web. Trying to catch all this stuff flying around here. Can't hurt, right?
Window Licker #5 said, I don't know what your excuse is, but the buttons are wet here. Well.
Alright, let's see what the salinity is.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo said, so now that the British are invading our airways, do we then just turn our British accents on just for the hell of it?
Just for the hell of it. Indubitably, my dear. Yeah, salinity is 0.25, which is perfect. Where I want it. Ideally, I would add maybe another gallon of water because it's kind of a little low, but we're at the rim. We're at the above the black rim, so not horrible. Always add another gallon. I'm going to rinse out this. Give it a good scrubbing. And refill the salt. Hopefully. Let's see.
Whip's World said, actually, I do something with the electric, John.
You
I'm a
said
line
doo-doo.
clearance tree trimmer.
There you go. And you just said doo-doo. Just saying. I am such a child sometimes. Oh. At least I make myself laugh, you know? Let's get this stuff out. I don't have any room here. Alright, this paper is gotta go. It's in my way. I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm a Englishman. Now you got me singing that! It's horrible. It's okay with the I Dream of Jeannie stuff, but taking a scrubby brush to this. Try and get some of this scale or whatever it is.
Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo, said Jason Juicy Look in the mirror, and you will crack yourself up every time.
Thanks, man.
Fishyman64 said, I, sir, am going for a spot of tea and crumpets.
A little spot of tea. A little bit of crumpet.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Modesty. Propriety can lead to notoriety. You could end up as...
Uh-oh. stopped. Or he just stopped. Weird. Maybe you ran out of the word limit.
Fishyman64 said I'm an American werewolf in London.
We started with that one. Ow! I'm just gonna rinse this with some fresh water here. I'm going to dump it down the drain. Okay. There's that. There's that. That's still chooching. Still chooching. I don't know if I have enough water. RO reservoir. That'd be close. Okay. Let me test the TDS in this real quick. Hopper. Hey now. Was just my little thing beeping. I think we need to salt. Let me ow. Speaking of this, I need to get more salt. I'm almost out. Used to get this coming like monthly.
Fishyman64 said, still
happened.
chooching, as the old British would say.
Yep. Still chooching along. Winston Churchill once said, "We will chooch them the beaches." 3. One more.
Empire of Dirt Aquatics, Jeff Kane, said, Uns here. We have the clownfish in its natural environment, preparing to protect the territory from the human invader.
That's right. Do not like. He likes to bite, man. That dude's a little rough. And it does not feel good when you get bit by a clownfish. I'm gonna tell you that. Hasn't drawn blood, but it definitely pinched. Like, it got a little strong little mouths. And I don't know if you can see this in this fish tank right here. Hello, puppy. What are you doing? But somebody, one of those clownfish,
#5
moved
said
that
his hair
shell.
was perfect, and a little old lady got mutilated late last night.
That's right. But anyway, that seashell was on the bottom down here where the anemone was. So I guess he got mad at the seashell and brought it all the way up there. Crazy, crazy dude. All right, let me fill up. I think I have enough water. So might as well do it here. And then the salt water is ready to be reset like 100%. Let's put this in there. I'm just filling up a tank with our. Nice. I have a bigger trash can than the one that I just used for RO water that I have a float valve on. So it fills up through the day of RO, and when it's full it shuts itself off. And then I just use that, a pump, put it into the one that I put the salt in the other one and mix it in. Then I have a third smaller one for brackish water, but
Crazy Four Seahorses said, Hero and Leander they, we in listening for a word, let our water fall away. Let us journey Austrian way, the daybreak on our brow. I be great, and you, I say, rich, because we,
Okay. Just rinsing, filling. Yeah, we'll definitely have enough water. And that RO will just fill up through the day. At some point we'll top off. I think it's 50 gallons maybe. I think the barrel is, no, it doesn't make sense. It's probably like 30 a gallon, maybe 35 gallons. So that means the bigger one's probably 40, 45. Because you think about it, I just put in, it was about half the tank, right? And that's a 40 breeder, so it took the whole entire amount.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, "Love shall know. Let us over countries rove, on our charming steeds content, in the azure light of love, and its sweet bewilderment."
Sounds like Shakespeare. Fun.
Aquarium Fantasy said, "Jason,
Stop.
I bought 5 55-gallon drums to help with water changes."
Nice. Like the, I'm guessing like the traditional like plastic ones, like the barrels, like food safe or whatever. That's cool. We know how that works out. What do? Just store the water? Kind of like what I do with the salt. Oh, all right, let me get my stir stick. Stir. Mix that salt all in.
Master Aquatics, "Just call me Eduardo," said, "such poetic diction makes us feel the uniqueness of being Plutonian."
Plutonian. Of the underworld? That kind of Pluto? Isn't Pluto the god of the underworld? Or Hades, same guy, same dude. Just saying. Alright. It's actually doing alright now. Starting to clear up. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Next. Let's do this. First of all, where is my phone? Stuff here. Cyanodorsalis. Brackish tanks. These would probably need to be changed too, but honestly, gotta tap them off. Top them off. I do have jugs ready to go for that. Here, let's move this back here. There we go. That's a little better. A little more room here. I got mops in here. I
Window
gotta
Liquor
swap.
Hash 5 said, "Jason, save the children. What's going on with the mops? Is there any fry going on? What's up with the tub outside?"
Right. Oh, good call. Hang on. Let me get this cleaned up real quick so I can transport these mops. I'm gonna fry out the tub. All right. Just ask me a bunch of questions, and I got like 100 things on my mind. Let me clean this real quick. But yes, there is a bunch of fry outside. I actually have a video that I took a little bit earlier this week. Well, I took 2 videos. I think it was on the, I don't remember what the date was, but it was like a week ago. So I'll show you that. I tried to take a video. I did take a little bit this morning, but didn't turn out well. We can see if that one works too. To me. Now, here's a question. I have been putting my Cyanodorsalis fry, the eggs that I've been getting, the mops, in the tub outside, in hopes that they'll spawn in fresh water. All good stuff, right? So maybe keep doing that, because we still got like a month or 2 yet before everything's got to come in, right? We're not even August yet, so we got all August. Probably say somewhere around September is when things start gonna, beginning of September, you're gonna bring things in. Maybe we go for another, what is it, 6 weeks out there? See what happens. On my hand, but it feels like something. Sand. See, we got any eggs?
Here comes the
Oh, no.
rain again, falling on my head like a memory,
Honestly, no. I don't see
falling
any
on
eggs.
my head like a new
Weird.
emotion.
Pum pum pum. I am not seeing any eggs. Interesting. Usually there's a ton of eggs in these things. Try this one.
Jen, you said good morning.
Good morning, Jen.
I'm lurking while doing chores.
Well, thanks for being here.
Whips World
Thanks
said,
for lurking.
Jason, you might have covered this before I got here, but how goes the contractor work? Did they finally show up and dob what you paid them to do?
Yeah, but, you know, honestly, I don't know. There's a lot of work that needs to be done after they left. Let's put it that way. So that's what I've been doing. That's why I didn't stream last week. I actually kind of hurt my back, so it's like laid up. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to put these in here because I don't see anything in them. Well, I'm soaking this tank for. Yeah, so last Saturday, I was working hard with the kid on a ladder.
Crazy Four Seahorses said algae walls, inhaling the dampness, exhaling now emptiness, algae respires on walls.
Interesting. Okay, let me. Where we were. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a water change. Always add more. Right. I have some. Oh, come on, man. This lid is so hard to get off. I do have a little bit of. This is salt water, so I could thin this down to make it brackish. That manually. Probably would want. I have RO jugs, but 2 of them are empty now. Got one more right here. Lid.
Fisherman64 said Jasmine isn't a young woman anymore. He's an old lady now.
That's right. Old gray mare. Ain't what it used to be. Excuse me. Oh, this is empty too. What the hell? Why did I think? Oh. Well, I could do this. Fill this in here. Little line. Almost. It's pretty close. All right. Too much. Yep. Dump a little out. Should dump a little.
Gabriel's glass boxes said, Jason, do you sell any fry?
I have not. I've given fry away to people. I just haven't had a lot of success. Like, let's put it that way. I don't feel confident enough that this fry are gonna make it. My method is inconsistent. Let's put it that way. All right. This should be brackish now. So let's add water. Gotta go around the other side here.
That's lovely, that is.
Right, let me test the slurry. Ow. All right, let's try it.
Gabriel's glass boxes said, we would be honored to rehome some fry if you have any needing rehomed.
Well, I know. I'll show you the video here in a second.
Fisherman64 said, Jazrin does sell fry fish and chips from time to time.
Fish and chips. I could go for that. I could go for some fish and chips, man. Just putting that out there. Just putting that out there. All right. Sorry, I'm in the way here. All right. I just RO or whatever brackish. I'm not gonna do a water change. I'm gonna top off. We should feed these guys too, because that's always fun. Let's do this. There we go.
Gabriel's glass boxes said, "Fish and chips sound goose about now."
Heck yeah.
Thank you, Denitutsi Sadhu Master Aquatics. Just call me Eduardo very much for the 20 gifted memberships.
Nice. Thank you, Eduardo.
Crazy Four Seahorses said,
What
so.
did he just
Let's get
call
some
you?
chips. We all got fish.
Oh yeah. There we go. Probably blocking the camera, but try not to make a mess.
Empire of Dirt Aquatics,
Yo.
Jeff Kane,
What up, Jeff?
said, "Jason, I have been getting more successful with the Rhodinocentris hatching and fry."
Oh yeah. The Radinocentris. Yeah.
Fishyman64 said, "We British call French fries chips."
is that so? There, Fishymon. British roots. Tell you that. That's cool. The Radinocentris. I used to have some of them. I
Skull
gave them.
Aquatics said,
Gave
"Did
them
you
away.
just say Saggy Master Aquatics Eduardo?"
Oh. Just got water in the face. Yeah, I don't know what he just said, but it was funny. It sounded funny. I'm gonna try and fill up another one. As much of this water as possible. Pretty close. Too much. I'll pour it in the other jug. Good.
M and C Aquatics said, "At least
Yo.
I'm not the only one that still uses the bucket brigade."
Yeah, there you go. So, I do
Master
it a lot on the
Aquatics, just
salt
call
water
me
and the
Eduardo,
brackish.
said that British a hole. Got to get him fired. Window Liquor #5 said, "If you missed it, that was a hint to the wife maybe heading out later for fish and chips. LOL."
Or we have fish sticks in the freezer. That was the bigger hint. Hey, well, I think the French fries are gone, but we did have fish sticks. I don't know how many we have. I'm just hungry. Oh, this would be a good time for that funnel. Hell yeah. Let's do that. See if we can do this all without spilling anything.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, "A seahorse swims in seafoam green, his secrets love of mermaid dreams." They live in World Aquamarine. A seahorse swims in seafoam green, imagining his ocean queen, adorned in starfish combs.
Nice. Oh, that was a little too much. That did work though. And I didn't spill it.
Skull Aquatics said, "Today is a good day to light the grill."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in this area, the humidity is finally down, thank God.
Gabriel's glass boxes said, "I still carry buckets too. I kind of use it as a workout routine."
Well, I try not to do
Master
too many buckets.
Aquatics, just call me Eduardo, said, "Go ahead. A Sny One call me a sagging master to see what will happen to you, sack. Go ahead." Curtis.
Do it! I dare you. It's hilarious. Alright, we are officially out of RO jugs. So, maybe we stop from feeding the main tank and we start feeding jugs. Yeah, how about that? So we're going to have alarms going off every few minutes here. What the heck time is it anyway? I feel like it's like late. Is it late? Just me. Okay, let's fill in. That works. Do. Let me find my phone. Let me find my phone. Oh, it's only 11. It's not even 11. We got time. Got a little bit of time. We're gonna fill those jugs up. Now we got to put mops in here, right?
Fisherman64 said, I see I'm not the only one with a bit of culture around here, good show seahorse.
Red, green, blue. Right. So we just pulled the blue mops. We need red mops. Do I have red mops? I do. Right here. 2 of them. Let me rinse these real quick, so they're not so dry. Get some air, or get some air out of them. Some waterlog them. All right. We will put that one in there. This one in there. But honestly, I do need to get a little more on top of their maintenance there. Hang on a second. I just realized this jug filled with water? No, it's empty. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why we didn't have any eggs this week. Maybe it's just an off week. I see a dead fish. That ain't cool. Get a net.
Gabriel's glass boxes said I've dropped well over 125 pounds in the last couple of years.
Jeez.
Who has seen my pics on Fishcord?
Fishcord. Oh. Yeah,
Fisherman
yeah.
64 said, here comes
I
the
think I
rain
got kicked
again,
out of there.
falling on my head like a memory, falling on my head like a new emotion. Parum pum pum pum.
Parum pum pum. This guy looks a little bloated, maybe? I don't know. That can't be good. Things are dying, man. Not cool. All right. See his eyeballs? Let me focus on this. There's a little bit of algae on there.
Aquarium Fantasy said another victim from your missing water changes, Jason.
Oh.
That's number 2.
Not wrong, dude.
Fisherman 64 said it may not be humid outside, but it is still quite hot.
Yeah. Well, I was out this morning. It was nice. As far as eat, I don't know. All right, let's second. Pause this. All right, let me get some worms. Throw them in this tank. All that stuff on that leaf, man. Looks weird. Am I getting brackish algae? Look at that. Bunch of dudes up top. Hey, there's another dead fish. What is going on here? No wonder they're not breeding. They're dying. A lack of maintenance. Cow. Top, I see him. Anything else? What was that? Looks like some sort of anemone. I got
Crazy
Octavian
Four
here.
Seahorses said, so those are those not so fresh, but freshwater flounders.
Yeah. Not so fresh freshwater flounders. What the hell is that thing? Something on a sponge here.
Dick Signs Dixon Design said, the flounder eyes are so cute.
Looks kind of like, what do you call it? Hydra. Hydra would be in brackish saltwater? I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. Looks like anemone-ish. Alright. Let that go. Okay. Yes, let's feed these guys. And get some worms. Some worms.
Fishymon64 said, it is quite chilly sitting in front of the air conditioner.
The horror. We should use.
Master Aquatics. Just Call Me Eduardo said, why is he looking at me like I'm a snack? Jason, have you shown him my corn hub?
Yes. Alright, I'm gonna put this in there so I can rinse that out. Ah, I got a worm on me. Yeah. Rinse these coconut fibers off these worms.
Dick Signs, Dixon Designs said, no air here at Fisherman 64, just some ceiling fans. Skull Aquatics said more like corny hub.
Apparently I was muted. Yeah, you ain't wrong.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, marine hydra? I guess it's a salty for breakage and freshwater.
Well, it is on the high end of brackish. It's almost like the low end of salt. So maybe I'm keeping them too salty? Well, whatever. I don't know. We're gonna try and rinse some of these worms out. The solution to pollution is dilution. In case you didn't know. Love to cling to this dirt, I'll tell you. Stir them up. Stir them up.
Window Liquor Hash 5 said, speaking of worms, did your culture bounce back? Have you brewed any brine
Yeah.
shrimp?
I have not brewed any brine shrimp. I should absolutely do that, though. Honestly, I really need to do that. Problem is, I know I'm going to forget about it again.
Crazy Four Seahorses said, so get in protein skimmer.
Think? Is that what that needs? Too salty? Or whatever? Or too much protein in the water? It's saltwater hydra? Is that what that is? I don't know. Is that what you're telling me? Very interesting. Pretty much clean. Takes a minute to clean these worms up. You don't have to be perfect with it. It isn't like coconut fiber, so I don't know how bad it is for the tank. Can you imagine? It's very bad. Every time I do this, I get less and less transfer. So.
Master Aquatics. Just Call Me Eduardo said, Henry, Have you been diving into the battery acid tank again? Keep it up, buddy.
Damn.
Crazy Four Seahorses said no, but it looks like a marine tank with some diatoms.
Okay. And protein skimmer will help with the diatoms. I'm assuming there's... All right, let's get these wormies. Here you go, buddies. These are just white worms. See all that? Oh, we got a worm. All right, let's swap this one out. Actually, what I should do is fill up this container.
Crazy Four Seahorses said less pollution helps always.
Yeah, true. Very true. Yeah. It is salty enough. It probably could. It doesn't really take long to fill back up. So, what did I do with the other RO joke?
Thank you, Killer Kitty 08 for the $5 USD super sticker. You rock.
You rock. Thank you. That's awesome. Like these voices. Thank you, Killer Kitty, and thanks for being here. Appreciate it. All right, so I got the brackish water jugs filled back up. Filling the RO jugs. The flounders are feasting, hopefully.
Said by BFL Aquatics said all my best spilled this morning.
Nothing's happening here. See all? Oh, I see a guy in the back there. Damn. Let's see. Back here. Okay, Pupper. See him in the back? See his eyeballs. Might be a little too zoomed in here. There we go. There we go. 3. 2 in the front, 1 in the back moving. Top of each other. I did see all 4 of them the other day. I'm not. See 3. What type of worms? I was distracted. White worms? I have white worms, black worms, and grindle worms. These guys are getting big. Like big. I don't know. A lot bigger than when I bought them. That's what I want. They are white worms. Yeah.
Big Steve's glass boxes said
Oh.
good morning, everyone. How many is in there?
Should be 4. 4 flounders. Let me go over here and see if I can see the other one. Another dead fish. What is going on in there?
Fishymon64 said, Jazrin is always so philosophical. The solution to pollution is delition. Crazy Four Seahorses said, so your flounder's getting a nice marine tank upgrade?
Maybe. There's another fish that's dead. What is going on? That's the 3rd one I've seen in here. Holy cow, man, I am not maintaining this tank. We gotta get on that. That's not cool. I'm I'm not even sure what's happening there. Could be from neglect.
Big Steve's glass boxes said crazy seeing them so light on that white substrate. Mine blend perfectly with a black substrate.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's the thing, man. They kind of will adjust to whatever the substrate is, right? I can't believe I'm finding all these dead fish. What is going on? Feeding these guys enough? I have not kind of neglected feeding too a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it's let the water get out of control. All I know is I got to keep a better eye on this.
Fisherman 64 said, "It is your lack of hygiene."
Maybe. Definitely see 3 flounders. Sure, we're number 4.
Dixon Designs said, "The flounders do not seem to be eating as robustly as usual."
Maybe.
Window Liquor,
Also very
#5,
fat.
said, "Do you have any test strips Jason waters up with the water?"
Don't know, but I don't know. I can do a water change. I did it just add 10 gallon, or I just did the 10% top off. Maybe I should test the salinity, see what that shit's at. But these guys can go full salt, so it shouldn't even be a problem with the salinity. Let me take a test. I did just fill up some more jugs, so I could do 10% water change. Yeah, this is really high. 023. Wow. We're getting up there. So what I should do is just fed them.
Window Liquor, #5, said,
Oh,
"Let's
wait.
test the water."
Test the do I have test strips?
Crazy for Seahorses said, "Even marine fish can have too much salt in the water."
Yeah, oh yeah, I agree. Let's see, I do have test strips, right? Oh. Strips. 8.
Alishan AS said, "The tank has black ghost knife syndrome."
Have a date on these.
Gabriel's Glass Boxes said, "Smoke break."
Oh, break. I don't know how well these are going to work. Hey, it's brackish. So I don't know how these test strips work with brackish.
Fisherman 64 said their pressure must be high.
Pressure must be high. Let's see what this has to say. This says the GH is off the chart. Well, we already know that. KH is 40. Actually, that's kind of low. pH is somewhere around 7 point something. Guessing that's between 7 and 7.5. NO3 is maybe 40, 20 between there, and the NO2 is 0. So no nitrates, which is good.
Killer Kitty
this doesn't show
08 said,
ammonia.
"Are the dead fish too big for them to eat, or do they only do live things?"
I think, well, I'm not entirely sure. I think they might do just live things. But I have my
Crazy Four
suspicion that they have
Seahorses
eaten
said
some of the...
test work with salt.
Yeah, some tests do work with salt, yeah. I know like the phosphate and the nitrate test I have is work for both. Yeah. I don't know, man. Guess what I should do is a water change. Almost eating all those worms. Mm. We're gonna take this bucket. Try not to fall over. Take these broken wings. A siphon. Ooh, yeah. No, how did that fail?
Master Aquatics. Just Call Me Eduardo said thank you all
Did
for
it fail?
hitting the like button. The flounders
God,
are
that sucked.
happy you love them.
Yes, hit that like button. Please. I'm drinking salt water for no reason. Now let's freshen this up, alright? Ooh, ooh. Spooked him. You should take one of those RO jugs and just thin this out.
Crazy Four Seahorses said make up your mid. Is it now breakish or salt water?
Well, now it's salt. I think 023 is pretty salty. I'm gonna go down on this a little. It's like 5 point higher than I want it to be. So. Dump this out. Just fill up a jug, it did. See about adding water in here. Spilling water. Alright.
Here comes the rain again, falling on my head like a memory, falling on my head like a new
Crazy Four
emotion.
Seahorses said so freshwater change?
Adding some fresh in there, yeah. Thinning it out. Where's my towel? Yes, essentially yes. Sideshow Cody V, what up? Check them against my API. Yeah, that's what I just used as the API test. Whatever. I'm sure you mean like master test, I think. maybe?
Windowlicker hash. 5 said not that you're not doing anything, but have you done a head check in the other tanks this morning?
Not really. Just a cursory glance around. Give that a few minutes to kind of perk around, and then we'll take a salinity test. Let me refill my coffee. Scratch my nose. Be right back. How's the fish and chips coming? Huh? How's those fish and chips coming? You hearing me? No. Oh. I was joking. Got the last of the coffee. We're good. All right. Let this chooch. While that's doing that, I'm going to work on seeing if I got any eggs in any of these other mops. Let me move this camera real quick so that we can see what I'm saying.
crazy 4 seahorses said I got a problem with counting my fish. I can only count to 4.
Same. Okay. Let's bring this up. Let's go.
Fishstream said, headed to church. Cats will be keeping an eye on y'all.
All right,
Reply
man.
after-
Thank you. Thanks for being here. All right. Let's do cyanodorsalis tanks first. Or, hang on, let's take care of that first. The puppy did not like that alarm. Ah, just dropped the lid. Ooh. Let's rinse that off. Puppy did not like the alarm. Did I drop that lid? Oh no, it's over here. Okay, cool. It's back in here, get that jug going. Lid on. Alright. Get the mop out of here, the Gertrude tank. Not the... Take that out. See if we got any eggs. Oh no, there's at least one. I see one. There's more. I see 2. Alright. Gertrude's going. Ooh, I just yanked that pretty hard. Go in here. So we take the blue one, put it in. Take the red one. Get out. Try and get snails off of it. Now there was a fry in here. It did hatch.
Master Aquatics. Just call me
Let's see
Eduardo
what this
said this
morning.
constant talk about British fish and chips has turned me into one hangry fangers dude.
Hangry
Thanks,
fangers. You want some hangry fangers? I can go for some fangers. Fish fingers. And custard.
Window liquor #5 said I think we need the cat head of shame, Jason.
The cat head of shame, yes. Ow, that's way hot. Oh my god. Where is that black cat of shame? I forgot about him. I actually changed that for that one stream I did with Lisa, or I think the quiz one. I changed the cat button to a buzzer. Put this mop in here. This is a red mop. We're on red week. Okay, cool. Boom, boom, boom. Let us fertilize that tank, so don't forget. This is a 65 gallon. I'm going to do 4, I guess. 2 up here. 2. Should not have stuck it in the water. Spoon wet. Alright, let's go this way. 1, 2.
Window liquor #5 said fail. Give us the buzzer then.
Fail. Fail. Alright, I'm gonna check the Luminatus. Got these names. Luminatus, I can already see eggs in this one. Should bunch that egg. Bunched egg. Some more. It's a good sign, at least they got munched eggs. I don't know. Luminatus goes in here. Here, you know what I should do? Is I have a light. Let's see if we can see any actual fry in here. Nope. Nope. I don't see anything. Well, put the blue in, take the red out. see the fry up top there. So there is at least one Gertrude fry. I can see him from here. He's doing right. This lid back on. Oh, this is one of those stupid things. Rinse. Put this in the luminous tank. Ow. Oy. I gotta move that stuff, man. Alright, we already furted this, so that's good to go. Next would be the old forcatas. The forcatas. Forgot about it. Alright, let's see. It's gonna go away. Alright. Anything? Not seeing anything. No, there's one. Yeah, at least one. Is that a second? Maybe. I don't know. Forcatas. Forcatas. Any fry in here? Sony. Keep blinding myself trying to look at what was on my finger. Idiot. Oh yeah, three babies. See the little blue eyes from here. Cool. Well, you go in there. Hopefully you hatch. One's red. Is this red? Yeah, cool. What a guess. Let's take the red one. It's this. Put it in the other tank. And then the only other thing, celebs. Well, that explains why there's no eggs, man, in the cyanodorsalis tank. Man, something's going on there. Survival mode. Oops. This needs to go back on. Wax on, wax off.
3G said, "Who is this guy with no hat?"
Yeah, that's me. It's alright, I forgot I took my hat off. Horrible. Sorry. My hair's all crazy too. Oh! There you go. Everything's right in the universe. Did I check to see if there's one in here? I thought I saw. Yeah, I just saw him up here. That's right. Remember? Yeah, there he is. Oh, little guy. That's a Gertrude. So we definitely have Gertrude fry, and we definitely have fricatas. And the other one was the celebs, I think. From this tank, is there a mop in here? Or did I take the mop out and not put it in? That's right, I did not put the mop back in.
Windowlicker #5 said, "Are you feeding the fry the golden pearls?"
I am. And there's like a mix that I got. It's kind of like golden pearls and this AgCore stuff that I got from Keith, KJE. Yeah, AgCore. Omnivore spirulina crumbles. I kind of mixed a little bit of this in to the golden pearls, so kind of like a mixture. All right, these are the celebes that I separated because they look like, you know, breeders. So yeah, there's some eggs in here. Actually, there's a lot of eggs in here. Holy cow! Holy cow! Now I was putting these in the tub outside. Maybe I should continue with that. Or I did stick them down
Gabriel's
here.
glass boxes said, "Jason, you should still have a dress. If not, I'll send it again." Let us know about postage for some fry.
Well, gonna be a little bit on that there, just cause I'm not entirely in a position to be shipping stuff. but I understand wanting it. All right, let's see. Where is my? What did I do with that? Flashlight. Is it over here? Oh, oh. How do I lose it? Oh, it's right here. Thanks for letting me
Gabriel's
know.
glass boxes said gotcha.
I gotcha. Let's see. This one I was using for some. I don't know. Maybe I should just stick these outside in the tub. Why not, right? You get a whole lot of celebes going. Sunlight. I don't see anything living in here other than snails.
Victor C. said Jason, the Keystone Clash is a 68-day countdown.
There you go.
On October 4th, 2024.
Sweet. I will be there, Victor. It's only a little more than 2 months away. Wow. Time is cruising. All right, I'm going to throw this in the tub outside real quick, just because I think maybe we should do that. And
Skull Aquatics said maybe label those tanks to keep them straight.
I do have them labeled, except for this is the only one I don't have labeled. Oh, hang on. Hang on. All right, that one going. I'll throw this outside in the tub. I gotta show you guys the video on the tub yet, but let me finish doing the mops. When I finish doing the mops, we'll furt, and then we'll talk about tubs. Shout so. I know, come on, puppy, keep going. Keep going, puppy. Oops. Oh. Okay, that's outside. Let me rinse. Oh, so you're in the way. This bucket's what's stopping me from getting in there. Let me rinse the one that was in the other tank.
Okay. Where are we? You going the distance? Wait.
He's going the distance. He's going for speed. All right. This can go in with the celebs. All right. So let's furt the tanks. I just did all the stuff that I didn't furt. So this tank needs some scoops. Two. Not too many tank. One. Two. Buckle my shoe. Don't spill it. Three. Four.
Window Liquor Hash 5 said, how is Monty doing?
Monty's doing good. He's probably sleeping somewhere. He ain't here. One. Yeah, let's do two. Two. One. Two. Let's do this tank. One. Two. Three in this one. Okay. Cool. This. One. One. let's see, 3. I will do 1 in here. Do 1 in here. Of hands. Probably do 1 in here. Where are these fish? Dwindling. Alright. Oh, I gotta do the big tank. Oh, I did that one. I should do this one. One, 2, 3, and that one. 3, 4. Good. I'll try and eat that. Stupid fish. Alright. I think that's everything. Everything that needs it. No, this one. Forgot about this one. This one needs some maintenance. Look, oh, this filter's not even working. Probably shouldn't have done that. Well, I can just top it off, I guess. Alright, that's enough. That's done. Burts are done. Mops are done. Rinse my hands. We got one more jug to fill of RO. Alright, let's test the salinity on this bad boy over here. See where it's at. I think it's been long enough for it to spin around, right?
3G said, putting some BBS on my Starfire Glow Angels. Come on, little babies, get big.
That's right. Glow Angels. Ooh, it's still a little high. Oh, 1.9. So I'm going to throw another RO jug in there. That should bring us down. That poor anemone. He looks so horrible. Yeah. Alright, let's throw another RO jug in there. Thin this down.
Xanadu said, good morning, fishy friends.
Yeah, what up, X2? Alright, that should be good. Hopefully. Alright. Alright. Coffee's strong. Let's this is the dude. Let's fix. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole tank right there. Stay there. Now, we're talking about the pond, the tub. Yeah, do we have... Alright, this was taken... Hang on. The 16th. So when was that? Like a week ago? 10 days ago? So this is what it looked like 10 days ago. This is a slight little video. Stuck the camera in there a little bit. Here's a fry. I think that's a celebes. There's a bunch of fry in here, but I was kind of doing this blind, so I was trying to see if I could see whatever I could find. And definitely see that guy. There was a dude up here. Snails. There. You have another video. It's a little bit. That's good. About that. But this one, whoops.
3G said cool. Red Cyano.
Bam. And this one. Now, this is the one that I took, this was like 2 days later. 19th. So on the 19th, whoops. Look at this video. And you can, this is like the corner. I kind of have this rock on here for shade, but you could see all the fry in there. Look at them all. Ton. Sometime during the day, I looked in there and I saw it. I'm like, wow, that's a good. It's doing good, man. They're getting bigger. We'll see. We'll see how these turn out.
Craig's Catfish Cave said it's bloody 130 am again.
1:30 a.m. again. Holy cow. That's late, dude. All right, so that was that. That's how the tank is doing. I did take a video this morning, but it really didn't. Oops. I could show you that.
Empire of Dirt Aquatics, Jeff Kane, said, oh no, Godzilla screams.
Uh-oh. Hold on. She does not like that. Zozo, you're okay. You're okay, Popper. It's just an alarm. Only got one more to fill up, pup. Hopefully. Look out, you. Alright, let's see if we can see anything else in this other video. Kind of did the same thing, I just stuck my phone. Just the camera part into the water. Definitely some fry over there. I don't even think I've looked at this video. Wow. Off. And there's a bunch of them. Look at them. There, down here. I'm probably sure they're all freaking out because I scared them. And there's a bunch of little fry in here. Look at them all. Just trying to put them off. And then this will be the other one. Sure. Short. Alright. That's about it. That's what it looks like today and the past couple of days. But it's looking good to me, man. I think so. All that dude moving. Really looks like I stirred up a lot of like on the glass there. All right. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna let this bubble down a minute. Test that salinity. Gotta be careful. I know that the cyan dorsal supposedly can handle that quick change, but I don't know how quick the flounders. I mean, I already dropped it quite a bit. Quite a bit. Should probably leave it where it's at for a while. Uh-oh. Should clean that glass. Going up. What else we got going? Oh, I gotta do the. We got like 20 minutes, half hour. Not even. You want to do this? This one's struggling. Hang on. Let's change the camera. You can see, right? Water's low. Filter's barely moving. All this mold.
3G said, and sucked that red Cayano out.
Ooh. Look at this, like chocolate milk. Yeah, you like that red cyano, man. Oh.
Here comes the rain again, falling on my head like a memory, falling on my head like a new emotion.
Parum pum pum. Pum pum pum. My God, this is filthy. No wonder nothing's getting through there. Disgusting. It's all from that dragon wood, man. That dragon wood is honestly, I don't think I'll ever use that stuff again.
Window Liquor #5 said, maybe
apart.
you need to walk the plank. Well.
Yeah, maybe. We should, man. We're due. However, I don't know if we have enough time at the moment, which is my fault. I don't want to walk over Kenny. He usually does his members only stream. But we do need to get that done. So maybe we'll set that up for next week. I got all wrapped up in what I was doing here. Totally forgot about that. Hopper, stop borking. Stop your borking. Oh. Alright, here's what we should do. We should take that filter We should just dump the chocolate milk out. Yes, I know it's not good for the filter long term. Not have any water in it. So we're gonna fix that real quick. Dump this down the drain. Rinse this out.
3G said yummy.
See that? That's pretty nasty. Plenty of water. Watch out, pup. You can do it. Like it wants to. All right, here. Let's add tank. Should probably top the tank off. We weren't gonna do water change because I just hurt in this tank, so I should have did the water change first. Sometimes I'm not smart. I'll fill this up.
Skull Aquatics said, Jason, did you see Aquaclear came out with a new version of their HOB?
No, I have not. Solve some of their problems while maintaining the thing that made it appealing. Let's hope. That is probably good enough with the water. Don't want to get too high. Let's wrap this hose. Oh. Boom. A boom. A boom. Ow. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. Try to wrap up a hose.
3G said, I have a 55 gal with many pieces of wood in it. I can do big WC, and next day it looks like weak T.
Yeah, that's kind of this tank is a lot like that, man. This has got, I mean, this is from the last year's Clash, and it is still T-City. A lot better than it used to be, but it's still T-City. Alright, we did get this working, okay. Yeah, there we go. That's max chooch. Yeah, we'll keep it on max chooch. Okay, alright. Take it easy. Hold on. That pup does not like that alarm. Alright, let's start filling up the RO barrel. That's going, all the jugs are full. Cool. Did a lot of water changes. Where are we at over there? We're still looking at this tea stain thing. It's alright. Alright. I should keep up on it a little bit better than him. See things like that. That bucket. Oh. Tumbleweed of Blackbeard just cruising around. Green hair algae. Whatever the heck is all over this thing. This is floating. Oh, there's a bunch of snails on it. Try and get some of this stuff out of here. While we're at it, let's make it a little bit better. Not so horrible. Most of this is like hair algae, honestly. I think that was the big problem in this tank was hair algae. Not so much Blackbeard. This thing had like a wad of hair algae on it at one point. There's hair out of here.
Shady Grady said, congratulations, it's dying off.
Yeah, let's hope. This tank does get a like pretty high light. Should put like some like floaters in here or something. That's about it. Good enough for me. Hang on. You always see something else, don't you? It's stuck in its alpha eye. That's better. Got a lot of it out of the Helfer eyes. Something's under here. Right,
Benjamin Peters
enough.
said, good morning, Jason. Do you have a preferred sex ratio for breeding pseudomucals?
Yeah, I do. And good morning.
3G said, if you have a shrimp tank, they will eat that algae.
It's true. I probably should put shrimp in there. But sex ratios for my pseudos, I prefer. Ideally, it's more. How would I do it? It's like trios, right? I was doing 2 females to 1 male would not be bad, but honestly, I think ideally it would be 3 females to 2 males is the best thing I can think of, because those males compete with each other, right? So they kind of like adds like a dynamic there. So that's what I would recommend. But you definitely, I think you want more females than males. So try to do them in pairs of 5-ish. If not, you could do a trio, I guess. But you know, when you have obviously the more fish, then you have more genetic variety. 2 males is 3 females. Tends to give you a pretty good mix. Hopefully not bottleneck too much. That's just my opinion, though. All right, where are we at? 10 minutes. Excuse me. 10 minutes, so we got to get out of here. But yeah, head on over. If you're not a member of Danikin Aquatics, you probably should be. Just saying. He does his live streams on, or his members only streams on Sundays. He also does a live stream on Sunday nights. But I'm usually long in bed before that happens. I'm an old man. I just knocked off that stupid. Where'd that go? I gotta move you guys a second so I can try to figure out where that went. Where did it that bounce off to, man? Oh no. Where do you go? It's gone. The way of the woolly mammoth, man. Oh, I don't know where that went. I'm gonna have to find a site for that. But it's not a huge deal. Because
3G said, OMG, I hate those thermometers.
they're alright. They're better than the metal ones, that's for sure. That's something all jacked up anyway. Wow, that camera's hot. 76-ish? Just as good. Anyways, trying to wipe this down. Alright, we got the filter going. We got that going. Some ball sharks. This thing. Stand to do a water change, but we're running out of time here today. You guys are getting huge. Big. Big, big. Good, looking good. Sump is still running. Even though it's the sump of shame.
3G said, Bala, looking good.
Yeah, thanks, man. Let me see if I can get this running. For whatever reason, this pump always likes to shut off. See that? All the snails that came out of there? And this left pump keeps getting jammed up with Malaysian
Liquor,
trumpet snails.
#5 said Mr. Manifesto is D&D. Maybe a go tomorrow.
No. It's we're coming back in August. Yep, next month. So the 5th, I think, is the first Monday in August. So we'll be back. Should be back then. Everything goes to plan. That's the plan. We're taking July off just because I had so much going on in my house. I have this week to kind of finish up. Hopefully, get the dining room back in order. So some lights and I can sit down at a table and eat instead of hermit. That'd be nice. The living room still needs some work. I gotta get the ceiling fan going in there. Gotta get the ceiling painted, touched up. The only other thing I could think of is maybe trying to get this water bridge to.
3G said Rosalind's look nice too. Love
Thank you.
them.
I just kicked up a bunch of junk into the tank when I turned that pump on. But yeah, the Denisons are looking good, man. Like they got like a perfect body shape, honestly. Very nice looking. They've gotten big pretty quick. Yeah, they're looking really good. And those Buenos Aires Tetris, I've had them for a long time. Those guys are old. At one point I had like 8 of them. Now I'm down to 2. Those guys are like, I mean, these are old. Don't think they're quite as old as the Bala Sharks, but they're not much further behind. They've been around for a long time. Well, the Bala Sharks I've had for 2009, I think, is when I got them. So you do the math on that. That's what, 15 years. Say maybe those Buenos Aires are 10-ish years, maybe. No, I don't think they're that old. They might be though. I'm trying to remember how long I've had them. I had them when they were in the 55. The Bala Sharks I had in the 55 with the Buenos Aires.
Jen Yu said, oh, I miss my Bala Sharks.
Yeah, they're cool. And that was, I think, before I brought them into the basement. I brought them in the basement. So that'd be, has to be, they're at least 5 years old. I used to, I really got to get back on doing that. Like anytime I get a fish, just write it in a journal, like when I got it and how many of them. Stop like losing. How many I have. should have. Yeah. Well, I think we're pretty good here, folks, for the day. I accomplished quite a bit. Maybe not as much as I would like to, but got the mops done. We got fertilizing done. We did some water changes on a few tanks. We got the salt water a little squared away. We got one of the brackish tanks a little squared away. Speaking of which, I want to test the salinity before we get out of here. That real quick. Oh, just can keep looking at ball sharks. Thing. See where we're at. Got that spiked. Oh yeah, perfect. On the low side. 014, which is perfect, fine. That way, get a little saltier if it needs it. Wow, gotta make sure I keep up on this thing. Maybe I'm not. I'm feeding some different stuff in there, so maybe that's part of the problem too. They're not eating what I'm feeding. Should pay attention. Pay attention, man. Let's test this one. This one's high. This is as brackish as my saltwater tank is, or as salty as my saltwater tank. And that one out too. But I can work on that offline. I'll just start doing it. Whoa, whoa. We will add. Well, yeah, add a jug. Slowly start taking this down. Maybe when it gets too salty, they just don't want to breed anymore. That could be a problem too. But I'm not sure what's going on with her. Said maybe you just need to get better at the maintenance. I am gonna have to take water out of that one though. All right, let's start filling up this jug again. Leave that there. This is gonna happen offline though. All right, where's my coffee? Where's everything? Everything's falling apart here. Missy's Fishroom. What's going on, Missy? I'm finally a member. Nice. Well, thanks for being here. Oh, you joined right at the end. Don't be afraid. We do this every week. Let's reset everything. Let's get the zoom out. Put that on. Bap. We got here. All the sharks looking good. Barbs. All right, cool. All right, let's do this, guys. Whoops.
Congratulations, Kalish, on the membership milestone.
Nice.
Kalish has been an extraordinary aquarist for 10 months.
Aquarist. Oh, okay. Aquarist. Oh.
Thank you, 3G, very much for the 10 gifted memberships.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mr. G. I appreciate that. But usually I wanted to do a giveaway. It just got behind me. But we're going to put this on for next week. We are definitely doing a giveaway. So, spoilers. Been here this long, guys. You deserve to be here next week. We'll do a giveaway. We'll do a couple giveaways. Look at these people, man. Sideshow Cody V. He's even here, man. Awesome. Cow.
Congratulations, 3G, on the membership milestone.
Now
3G has been an extraordinary aquarist for 10 months.
Well, thank you. That's awesome. I was just curious, like, you guess you can't leave a message. That's what Peplin said. Message. I thought you could. I don't know. I thought I fixed that, but apparently I did not. Trying to get it so, like, the membership milestone, you can put a little, like, hey, free super chat, I guess. Right? thought that's what was happening. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. All right, let's
Andy Carson said, thanks for streaming this week, Jason. Sorry for the fish losses, but it happens.
yeah.
Take
no
care,
worries.
everyone.
Yeah, it does happen. Yeah, and
Fisherman64
you know,
said, I'm watching Olympics basketball. USA is playing.
nice. But you know, this is kind of like what we do around here, Kalish. I think it's oh, I'm sorry, that was Andy Carson that said that. That's what we do around here, Andy. We do the down and dirty. Sometimes it's dirty. Things die. Try not to sugarcoat that, you know. Obviously, probably on me. But yeah. All right, folks, it's time to get out of here. I appreciate everyone for hanging out. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please. I know Kenny E does his members only stream at Daniken Aquatics. Going over there. Going right after this.
Kalish said, thanks for the stream, Jason. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and be excellent to each other.
There you go. Thank you very much for attending. As always, you got any questions, comments,
Victor
feel free to
C
leave them
said,
below.
thanks for live streaming at depth unknown.
Well, thanks for being here, man. Like, you got any questions, comments, leave them below. If not, you know, with something to talk about, let me know. I have an email address too. Right here. For you to email me any questions, comments, concerns, things you want me to show, talk about, whatever. I'm open. All right, guys. Thanks for everything. See you in the next one. Bye.